A recent video of mine has garnered a lot of attention because of the boxing gloves that I'm using in it. It's a video where I'm using an ancient Greek set of boxing gloves called the Oxys. So I thought I'd make a quick video today to talk about the two different kinds of ancient Greek boxing gloves that were commonly used and how to put them on and what they are. So the first set are the Himantes. This is one Imanes, and it's just like a wrap that you wrap around. It's leather, it's made of cow leather, which was specifically used instead of pig leather. And the other kind is called an Oxys, and it's got this hard leather band with a leather glove that goes underneath it. So these were used mostly for cutting and causing damage. Both were made to protect the hands, but they had kind of different purposes. The soft Himantes or the hard Oxys, which is sometimes called the hard Himantes, have kind of different applications, with the soft Himantes being the earlier and the Oxys being the later development. But what we'll do is we'll put them on and show you how they're worn. So first, let's use the soft Himantes. You can see it's just a long leather strap. Here it's soft cow leather, and I have, I think, 5 yards. So applied a lot like a modern hand wrap. So first thing I do is I hold my thumb here and get that connected. And so I could put a couple of wraps around here before I come down to my wrist. Make a circle here, and then come down again, make another circle, come across, make another circle, come across the hand, make another circle. So this pattern with the two crosses you see in the ancient Greek pottery record. So this part's really important, particularly this top cross, because what this is doing here as I layer it is it's protecting my metacarpal bones, which are more important actually here than my wrist in this instance. So I've got a couple of crosses here. I've got one down here. I could probably do an extra one if I wanted to, but what I'm going to now do is make sure that my top knuckle area here has plenty of strap of leather. And then that can then be tucked in. And that right there is a soft Imanes, or Himas as it might be called in English pronunciation, but it's called an Imanes, and the pair are called Himantes, soft Himantes. So you can see there, it's a lot like a leather hand wrap essentially. So the job of this ultimately is to protect my hands and to protect my metacarpals. I could do extra crosses here. I definitely can do an extra cross down here, but for training purposes that is a good hand wrap, good protection. So the Oxys starts off with a standard leather glove, and it has this wool. Here it's for wiping blood and sweat off the face when you're fighting, because in pygmakhia, in ancient Greek boxing, there was no corner man or second. So the first part of the Oxys is an actual glove. The second part is a hard leather strap set of 3 of them actually, and about 3 layers of each, tied with more leather and lead staples. The point of this is to cut. They were sometimes nicknamed mirmeks, which means ant, and so the cuts that they would inflict upon another person's face were called ant tracks. So here I've got it set up ready to go. There's this linen cloth underneath too, so that linen cloth is a bit of extra padding on the knuckles. So I get that over the knuckles with the cloth there. You'll see there's a knot here. That goes right here on my palm, my hand, and then it's been looped around twice, and then that strap should be nice and long to my wrist. So the first thing I do is where that knot is I make sure I split the 2 laces, let's call them, each way. So the first one is going to go on this side of my thumb. So I put it here, and I lock it in, and the other side and lock it in. So you'll see I have first locked stitch. That then comes around to the other side, and I get my second lock stitch, and I'll do the same with this one. Here. So now I have this locked on my waist, ready to get wrapped up. So from here, fairly simple. I'm going to come around here and around here. Now from here I'm going to come up and down. This one's going to go up and down. It starts to make a basket weave across the back of the hand there. Yeah, so up and down, up and down. And you see that makes the same cross shape on the back of the hand as with the soft Himantes. Okay, so from here we can then come down either side and lock it around on the wrist here where it can be tied up. This, and then we can tie it up. Sometimes I might have to use my mouth. Which is what the ancient Greeks, you can see actually depiction of somebody with the soft Himantes. There's a famous picture of a boxer tying his leather Himantes with his teeth. So that just gets tucked in there. And there is an Oxys ready to hit. And after some experimentation, the phrase, which is a famous inscription from a Thera in Greece, 1st century AD inscription, says, "A boxer's victory is gained in blood." And it makes a lot of sense, because once you actually put these on, you realize that these are not made for knocking people out. These are made for cutting people's faces. So it doesn't need very hard, strong blows. Very simple cutting blows will open up cuts on their face, and that's what's going to win the fight, because when they can't see, they can't continue, it's the end of the fight.